students, welcome to Republic IAS. Many students have asked a doubt regarding the OBC, that is other backward classes, non-creamy layer certificate for applying in this year's civil service examination. What I would recommend first is, please go through the notification that is on page 20, section 9. UPSC has clearly mentioned eligibility for availing reservation. Point number 2 la pathina OBC candidates applying for civil services examination 2022 must provide OBC certificate based on the income for the financial year 2020 to 21, 2019 to 20 and 2018 to 19. When you're applying for prelims, what UPSC simply asks is, kindly provide the number of the OBC certificate that you have and the date it was issued and the issuing authority. Okay, and நீங்க ஃபார்ம் ஃபில் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி நீங்க இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன்ஸ் படிச்சீங்கன்னா ஒரு 6 or 7 authorities UPSC மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். The empowered authority to provide you with your OBC NCL certificate. For example, generally Tahsildar or revenue officer is empowered to issue OBC certificate, and above that also the district collector and other authorities can also issue your OBC certificate. What this means for the financial year 2020 to 21, 19-20 and 18-20 simply means your parents their income certificates, அதாவது income tax returns file பண்ணிருப்பாங்கல. So for these 3 financial years, அதை நீங்க Tahsildar office or wherever you go to get your OBC certificate, அதை submit பண்ணிக்கிட்டு based on assessment of your income for those 3 years, அதை வச்சுக்கிட்டு Tahsildar will issue your certificate. And since it is these 3 years, 21, 20 and 19, the certificate will be valid for this financial year, அதாவது 2021 to 2022, the financial year ending on March 31st, 2022. அந்த வருஷத்துக்கு they will issue your OBC certificate. Simply அதுதான் UPSC கேட்கறாங்க. UPSC wants a certificate which will expire on March 31st, 2022. ஆனா since the last date for applying for the exam is 20th February 2022, more or less they are asking for a certificate which is valid between 1st of April 2021 until February 20th 2022. You are understanding me? அதாவது அந்த financial yearக்காக they are asking for your OBC certificate. And further உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும்னா previous year notification பாருங்க. Previous year notification, that same sentence is there on, they have mentioned the exact same sentence except அந்த financial year 1 year பின்னாடி தூக்கி வச்சிருக்காங்க. 2019 to 20, 2018 to 19 to 18. You can also just Google Civil Services Notification 2021 and you can just compare and check. What they have simply done is they have moved the financial years 1 year later. Avladhan. So if you some people have a doubt, அதாவது they might be having expired certificate, or they are in the process of applying for the certificate, or they have a certificate but they are not sure if it's valid. Nothing. In the computer generated certificate, in the bottom it would be mentioned exactly very clearly till when it is valid. If it says March 31st 2022, you are good to go, please apply. And suppose you have a manual certificate, just check the date in which it was issued, and if it's within this financial year, then also you should be good to go. So what to do if you have an older certificate? என்னோட சஜஷன் என்னன்னா, ப்ளீஸ் அப்ளை ரைட் அவே. சிவில் சர்வீசஸ்க்கு அப்ளை பண்ண போறீங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நீங்க அந்த பார்ட் 1 அப்ளிகேஷன் அந்த பேஜ் மட்டும் நீங்க பிரிண்ட் எடுத்துட்டு நீங்க உடனே யூ கோ டு த Tahsildar office or to your whoever is the issuing authority and you tell them you're applying for this exam. You get the certificate as soon as possible before 20th of February and you apply with that certificate. And I'm hoping you are aware about the criteria for being included in other backward class non-creamy layer. If you want to have some better idea about it, I am enclosing 2 documents which cover all the criteria for other backward classes eligibility. This is issued itself by the Department of Personnel and Training, so you don't have to worry that it is some other source or something. This is straight from the original source. Nothing. The only thing is, to be eligible for OBC NCL, your combined parental income should be below 8 lakhs for the previous 3 financial years. அதாவது உங்களுடைய அம்மாவும் உங்களுடைய அப்பாவுடைய இன்கம் டாக்ஸ் ரிட்டர்ன்ஸ் ரெண்டுமே கம்பைன் பண்ணீங்கன்னா it should be below 8 lakhs. ஆனா இதுல ஒரு கேட்ச் இருக்கு. Salary of your parents is not included and agriculture income is not included. So அந்த இன்கம் டாக்ஸ் ரிட்டர்ன்ஸ்ல income from salary, income from other sources, income from agriculture, அந்த மாதிரி some rows will be there. அதுல you can remove off income from salary and income from agriculture. Only income from other sources. For example, நீங்க ஒரு ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி வச்சிருக்கலாம், ஒரு பிசினஸ் வச்சிருக்கலாம். ஸோ அதுல இருந்து வர ரெவென்யூஸ் தான் it will be calculated for creamy layer. It's the combined income of both your parents that matters. And there is one important thing that you should be aware of. In any of these previous 3 financial years, in 1 year, that is, for example, 2019 to 20, 2020 to 21, and 2018 to 19, ஏதா ஒரு வருஷத்துல கூட if your income is below 8 lakhs, combined income of parents, mother and father is below 8 lakhs, you are falling under non-creamy layer, okay? And you are eligible for OBC reservation, all right? Only if your income is above 8 lakhs for those 3 years, then you will be considered creamy layer, all right? And for people whose parents are government servants, there is one list of criteria for this. It is little bit particular, that is, they have given some particular conditions whether you are eligible or not. It is all covered in this Department of Personnel and Training's office memorandum. I am just enclosing it here with the video, so if you can go through it, you will come to understand the criteria. Illana kuda, from what I recall, Lakshmikant Indian Polity book also has one small paragraph where it goes into who is eligible, who is not eligible. So I think it is mentioned in the fundamental rights chapter. So if you can just go through that also, you will get a rough idea. So my suggestion is, the best thing to do right now is apply for a fresh certificate. If you happen to have a certificate which is before this financial year, that is, if it is dated before 1st of April 2021, 1st of April 2021, please apply for a fresh certificate. Because I'll be frank, I have been to 2 interviews in civil services, and yes, UPSC is a liberal organization. They are understanding, they try to help you out, but you can never take a risk in this, because suppose you happen to go with an older certificate and they are not, this particular year they decide to be not so accommodating, then it will be a problem. So as much as possible, try to get a fresh certificate. Only in the worst circumstances, if you cannot get a certificate before 20th February 2022, then you can apply with the older certificate. And at the time of DAF 1, Detailed Application Form 1, before you write your mains examination, what I would suggest is upload your old certificate, your fresh certificate, and also contact UPSC and tell them this happened and you are applying with a fresh certificate. Okay, so this is just a suggestion from my side. Please do it only in the worst of circumstances. Otherwise, please apply for a fresh certificate. And if you have a certificate that is dated after April 1, 2021 and is valid until 31st March 2022, please go ahead, apply as soon as possible. All the very best. Thank you very much.